All right, lesson 68, more about complex fractions. So we are going to simplify 1 over W plus C over W over 1 over C. Now, some of you guys are doing the copy.flip last year. Don't do that, okay? It is going to get harder. So this is the way I want you to do these. So first, look at all three denominators, okay? We have a W, and a C. All right, so anything that's in a denominator, look at those. Now you want to ask yourself, what is the common denominator between those three? CW. All right, everybody needs a C and everybody needs a W. So we are going to multiply by CW over 1 and CW over 1. So you're always multiplying top and bottom by the common denominator, okay? And this is really equal to 1, right? This is really CW over CW, which is 1, so it's legal math, okay? All right, so now I'm going to multiply by distributing here to here. So I'm really multiplying the CW times the W, or times the 1, and the 1 times the W. It's almost like putting a CW here, but you don't have to write that. You could just do this in your head if you want, all right? But like when I do this times this, what is going to cancel? Yes, and you're going to have a 1 times C, which is C plus. Now, I know it canceled on this first one, but you're still multiplying fully the CW to the second thing, okay? So I'm multiplying now the second thing by CW over 1. Now what cancels? The W. So now I get plus C squared over. Okay, now I'm going to multiply this guy, top to top, bottom to bottom. What's going to cancel down here? The C's. And I would get 1 times W over 1, which is just W. And I just simplified. Okay, I got rid of the fractions within fractions. All right, let's try another one. Okay, 1 plus 1 over x over 7. So the trick with this one is to make everything a fraction first. So this 1 is a whole number. You're going to put it over 1. And this 7 is a whole number. You're going to put it over 1. Now look at your three denominators. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What are your common denominators? Just an x. Yeah, 1x or x. Okay, so we're going to multiply by x over 1 over x over 1. So I'm going to multiply here to here. This would be 1x over 1, which would be what? Good. Now I'm going to multiply here to here, and what is going to cancel? The x's, and you get 1 over 1, which is 1. And then we're going to multiply the denominator together, top to top, bottom to bottom. What do we get? Exactly. 7x over 1, which is just 7x. And that is our final answer. All right, let's try another one. A over b plus 1 all over x over b plus 4. All right, so this 1 I like to put over 1, so everybody has a denominator. And this 4 I like to put over 1, so everybody has a denominator. All right, look at now your 4 denominators. What's your common denominator? So we're going to do b over 1 over b over 1. Okay, multiply this to this. What cancels? The b's. What's left? A. Now I'm going to multiply this to this. All right, we only canceled the b's on the first one. The b still multiplies to the 1, so what do I get there? B. Okay, now I'm going to do the denominator, so I'm multiplying this to this. The b's are going to cancel. We're left with x over 1, which is x. And then we're going to multiply these two together, which gives us what? Good, plus 4b. We should probably do this one because it's a little bit different. All right, go ahead and write this one down. I was going to skip it if it was the same, but it's different. All right, we've got those lovely negative exponents. So I have ax to negative 1 plus by to the negative 1 over x to the negative 1. The first thing you want to do is get rid of the negative exponents. I would copy this down from my book with those negative exponents moved. All right, so I need to rewrite this as a over x. Okay, the a has a positive 1 exponent. It stays in the top. The x moves to the bottom, and that 1 goes positive. You don't have to write it down. Okay, and then I do plus, what would this one change to? B over y, because the y has a negative 1. All right, and then in the denominator, what would this one change to? 1 over x. Okay, you flip it within itself here. So you move it down, you have 1 over x. Now we do what we were doing. What is the common denominator? xy. So we're going to do xy over 1 over xy over 1. All right, and we're going to multiply to the top and the bottom. So when I multiply here to here, what is going to cancel? Yep, and so you're left with a y. I'm going to write this down here. Okay, plus, now I'm going to multiply right here. What is going to cancel when we multiply these together? The y's, and you're left with bx. All right, over. Now we do the denominator. What's going to cancel? The x's, and you're left with y over 1, which is just y. Okay? All right. We'll do these at the end. Let's do whiteboards. Then I'm going to do a couple from the set to show you how to use the calculator. All right, you guys. So open to 68, problem set 68. And we're all going to do 6 and 29 together. And we'll just plug them in on our calculator. All right. All right, so number 6 says use 12 unit multipliers to convert 12,000 cubic meters to cubic yards. Yay. So we have 12,000 cubic meters. So we start with that. And we got to go to yards. All right. Where does like the English move over to our system? Yeah, centimeters to inches. So we got to get to centimeters first. All right. So meters goes to centimeters first. All right, how many centimeters in a meter? Right, so meters has to go on the bottom. One big meter includes 100 little centimeters, all right? And this whole thing has to be cubed. All right, now here's where we convert over to our system. So now I'm going to go centimeters to inches. Okay, how many centimeters in an inch? Yep, so I do 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. And I cube that entire thing. All right, so I've crossed off my meters cubed with my meters cubed and my centimeters cubed with my centimeters cubed. And I now go inches to what? Feet. Yeah, inches to feet. How many inches in a foot? So that goes in the denominator because inches is on the top. So 12 inches is equal to 1 foot, and that whole thing is cubed. Then you can cancel your inches with your inches. And now I do feet to yards. Running out of room. How many feet in a yard? Okay, 3 feet equal to 1 yard. And that whole thing is cubed. All right, so we are going to write our answer still. All right, 12,000. Do I cube this number? No. All right, you never cube that number. Times 100 cubed is in the top. And then there's nothing else in the top that we need. Forgot these feet, cancel with these feet. All right, all over. Now the denominator has a 2.54 cubed, and the denominator has a 12 cubed, and the denominator has a 3 cubed. All right, and then also my final answer needs a yards cubed on it. That's what we're converting to. Okay, so now let's actually plug this in, okay? So everybody find your calculator, turn it on, Did you guys already like set it to English and like all that? Okay. Everyone have this blank calculator screen. Okay. So there is this lovely divide sign, but what I want you to press is this blue button, Control Divide. Okay, Control Divide. Oh, you can grab a calculator from right there. Control Divide. Now we're going to plug the whole thing in at one time. So I'm going to plug in 12,000. You guys will have to tell me what it is. You can use parentheses if you would like. What is it, 100 cubed? Yes. Times 100, okay? On the left-hand side is this caret key right here. See where my little red, it's hard to see because that's kind of small, but there's this red caret key. It like has a little hat, and you put a 3, all right? Now you have to get out of the parentheses by like right arrowing. See this like right arrow? You got to get out of that. All right, was anything else in the numerator? No. So we need a down arrow to get into the denominator. Now I have to write all the stuff that was in the denominator down. So 2.54. Actually, don't think we need the parentheses. We can just do 2.54 and then do your little caret key, cubed. But now you got a right arrow key to get out of the cube, okay? Times. You can just press this times button. It's highlighted in red if you want to look up. There's the times button. All right, what goes after the 2.54 cubed, you guys? 12 cubed. All right, so times 12, and then do the little caret key again, cubed, right arrow to get out of it, and then times 3, and do the right arrow key, cubed. Everyone have it entered in. All right. Now, I don't want a decimal. So if you pressed equal, some of your calculators are going to give you this weird fraction. And your calculators are set up that way. So you can press Control Enter, and that's the decimal you want. Control Enter. Okay? Then it will not give a fraction. Oh, right arrow. Whoops. Oh, just left arrow now to get back in there. Okay? So now I'm actually going to write this down, and I do want you guys to round to 3 decimals because that's what we do in Algebra 2. How'd you get E's? Oh, yeah, you press the E button instead of this. That's that button. You want the caret button. So go back up. And just like you can edit it. So I highlighted it. Hey, guys, if you mess up, everybody watch for a sec because this is cool. Okay, let's say you messed up what you plugged in. You can like arrow up. Just try it right now. Arrow up. So you highlighted this whole thing. Press enter, and then you can like arrow inside and just edit that instead of retyping the entire thing. All right, so arrow up, highlight it, pull it down, edit what you have.
It's only going to 1 decimal.
Great. How many of you guys got only 1 decimal here?
Wait, how do you calculate it?
Press Control equals. Control here equals. There you go. All right, you guys, we all have to now do this. There's so much calculator stuff. Okay, everyone go to on, like the home button. Everyone do this with me, even if you have one of mine, just so you know how to do it on yours, because you're gonna have to do this at least one time, okay? Everybody go to on, and go to right arrow, and then go down to settings. Press enter. And then go to number 2, document settings. Press enter. Okay, you have to right arrow right here to change your float. I like mine to be 12. That just means I get 1,000,000 decimal places so I can round myself, okay, where I want to. So I change it to 12. Just put it on 12. You'll get a lot of decimals, and then we will always round to the 3rd decimal place, okay? So once you put float 12 in, do you guys have it in degree or radians? Does it say degree? Put it in degree. Okay, it doesn't like radians is when you get to like trig. Okay, exponential format. I don't even know. Let's all make it the same. Normal, sure. Okay. Real sounds good. Real. Okay. Calculation mode auto. I think that's whether it does like a fraction or decimal. I don't know. I have it on auto. Okay. Then I have rectangular, and then I have decimal, and then press OK. We can all just match. All right, go back to calculate. I lost it. Shoot. I don't know. All right, but if you go back and recalculate it, highlight it and recalculate it, it should give you the continued decimal, okay? All right, you guys, 29 will not take that long. It's just pi. It's just where's pi. Okay, it's really easy. All right, so let's do 29 together. It just says find the perimeter of the figure, okay? So everybody turn to 29 in your book and look at this beautiful thing. So perimeter, we're just going to add up all the sides. What is this distance right here? 6. So I'm going to be like 6 plus. What's this distance right here? 4. Good. Plus. What's this distance right here? 6 plus. Now, this is a circumference. We're still adding it. I know it's indented, but I'm just adding up a side, a side, a side, and a half circle. What's the formula for circumference of a circle? Nope. You could do pi d divided by 2 or 2 pi r, which is what I'm doing, divided by 2. The radius is 2, so I'm going to plug that in, okay? You add it, you guys. You add it because it's perimeter, so I'm just like marking around it. If it was area, you would subtract. Yeah, okay? All right, these two's cancel schmancel. Now let's add this up. So this would be 10 plus 6 is 16. Plus, I want the 2 in front of the pi, and usually we just leave our answer like so, and we're like 16 plus 2 pi centimeters, boom. Now you can get to plug this in. Yay, you're like, thank you, really appreciate that. I actually liked math before calculators, but you know, here we go. 16 plus 2, and then everyone is like, where is the pi button? Okay, yeah, it's down here on the left-hand side. Okay, down on the left in the middle. And then this little thing comes up and you have to press enter on the pi. And then press enter and you should get, again, we're going to round to 3 decimal places, okay? Because calculus wants you to round to 3. 22.283 because the next number is a 1, so you keep the 3. 22.283. Wow, where'd that go? 22.283 centimeters. Okay. All right.